Barbie dream house, pink and purple marble walls. Pull up in that bar.
Hey guys, so today's video is gonna be me finally giving like an update Today's video is gonna be me finally giving an update and final review on this hair that I currently have in my head. So this is Brazilian deep wave that I had purchased on Aliexpress from a company named Ashimary. Give me a second while I check what links I got. Alright, there we go. So yes, like I said, this is from a company named Ashimary. I got the deep wave Brazilian hair and I got 4 bundles and a frontal. I got the bundles in the lengths of 20, 22, 24, 26, and then I got a frontal in a length of 18 inches. It's in the natural color and it's a free part. So I never really made like an initial review on the hair, which is kind of like bad on my part, like how the hair was I never made an initial review, so I'm just gonna go off of memory of how like basically the hair was. But first, like I said, let me go into detail about Aliexpress. So I purchased this hair on Aliexpress. It was a total the total was $178.02. With tax, it was $11.79. So in total, it came up to $189.81 for the 4 bundles and frontal. So I remember I was looking up, reviews on I was looking at YouTube videos about hair, and I think I came across like a YouTuber named Dollface Beauty. Like, it's a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to, and then she posted about their hair, that I'm like their straight hair, and I actually was kind of impressed about the hair. So I'm like, okay, cool, their straight hair like seemed full, especially for 3 bundles. So I'm like, I definitely started keeping Ashimary as in like one of a possibility of hair vendors I'll start buying from. So I started looking up Ashimary on YouTube, and I see a lot of people, not a lot, there wasn't really that much, but there was like, at least a couple handful, enough for me to use that as source, I want to say. I don't know, use that as a info, like to help me figure out like if the hair is basically worth to buy. Yeah, that's it. So I saw someone had purchased hair, like the deep wave hair from Ashimary. I like the way it looked, so I'm like, okay, I have the money, so like why not go ahead and buy it? And I actually wanted to do like the deep wave thing for a while, so I finally purchased the hair. I ordered the hair on this February 11th. So yeah, ordered the hair on February 11th, and I got the hair, let me see. Oops. Alright, so I ordered the hair on February 11th, and I got the hair February 18th. So it was actually shipped by Yes, so it was shipped by DHL. It did take kind of like a few days after it took a few days for them to actually, ship the item, like, my hair out. I purchased the hair on February 11th and I got it February 18th. So it did take a while for the hair, to actually, be shipped out. So I think let me see. Yeah, so even though I ordered it on the 11th, it wasn't like, picked up until the 16th. And then like it wasn't delivered to me until the 18th of February. But the customer service was obviously good from Ashimary. They kept in contact with me, letting me know like, all the updates with the hair, what's going on with the hair, and the process they're doing. So like I like that, I respect that. So yeah, I got the hair on February 18th, and it took me like 2 months. No. Yeah, it took me almost like a little over a month for me to actually like make the wig into, like make the bundles into a unit. So I got it February 18. I did not make my wig until sometime between March 29th and April 6th. So between that time period, that's when, you know, I decided to stop slacking off and actually put, you know, make my wig. So I do have kind of clips of how the hair looked like, but it's more so not initially like when I first opened the package and like, you know, looked at the hair. It's more so after the hair's kind of been laying around for over a month. And then you kind of see like at the, when I show you, like I'm gonna insert a clip in a video, but you basically see that the hair kind of does look, you know, dry a little bit, especially at the ends. The hair looks dry, and that's just from it, you know, just sitting around like doing whatever, like laying around while I was like not trying to make it into a wig. But yeah, so that was that. So eventually I did make the wig, and then I started wearing it April 6th, and I've been wearing nothing but this wig since then. And it is currently like the mid of June right now, so April 6th. So I've had this hair in for like 2 months straight. So let's get into details about the hair. The hair is nice, okay? So I definitely recommend the hair. Shedding, the shedding is not really much of a big deal. Like, you know, it does, like it's hair, especially curly hair, when you're like, you know, doing everything with it, it does shed. That's what it does, you know. It's not like a crazy amount. It's just like, you know, the normal expected kind. It does get dry though. I noticed, what is it, I think a month in, I noticed like, you know, the hair started getting like a dry look, and I think that's more so because it's either on my part or it's more so because I've kind of been lazy. Like, you know, it's been on my part, or more so because the hair, because I have been kind of like, I started slacking off a month in on you know, moisturizing the hair, putting in, you know, product in the hair to make sure, you know, it's at least defined and not as dry. Especially, you know, the hot summer, I feel like it kind of, it most like might end up drying it out. Tangling, okay, so yes, this hair tangles, and I don't want to say it tangles because it's just curly hair. I want to say it tangles more so because I noticed that, okay, so the hair is actually pretty long, so I noticed that once I decided, hey, let me kind of cut it a little bit. So I think I cut off like an inch or two of hair, and I noticed once I cut off that inch or two hair, that's when the hair started acting up real bad. So especially like when it comes to the ends, like it would tangle, or like it would just tangle up real weird. That didn't make any sense to me, but that was the case. Let's see what else. The bundles are good. Like the bundles were in good construction. I didn't even use all bundles. I only used like 3 1/5 of a bundle. So like I basically have, I think it was, what length was that for? I think I used 24 on the bottom, then I did 26, then I did 22, then I think it was a 20-inch bundle. So I didn't use all of the 20-inch bundle, but yeah, basically that 3 1/5 of bundles was like basically enough to make it full, especially since I have a frontal in. I did tweeze the frontal. Thing is, it didn't really need to be like crazy tweeze, like it was already like pre-plucked, but I had to tweeze it just to make sure it looked a lot more natural, you know, more to my liking. Frontal is so far not bad. Texture is same throughout. Frontal, same texture as the bundles, which I like. What else? So yeah. So like let me kind of go over it. Like I've mentioned some of the cons, so let me just let you know the cons. I would definitely say it does dry out, so be careful of that. Make sure you moisturize it. I recommend moisturizing it like once every other day, you know, at least, you know, some type of moisture. I would use Cantu. Is it Cantu? Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, so I use Cantu Curl Define Cream for this hair. So I basically have like, you know, a water bottle, like not a water bottle. I have like a spray bottle, put water. I'd have a spray bottle that has water in it, and I'll put some, I would I would be generous with the amount of Cantu that I would put in the spray bottle. But basically, I would put just a lot of Cantu in there, and then just spray on the hair, you know, get it moist and wet, and then just like, you know, brush it through. And after I'm done brushing it through, I just like, you know, kind of separate it with my hands, you know, to make it like when it dries, it kind of ends up being more on like a little bit fluffy or kind of volume side. But yeah, definitely moisturize this hair. Don't be lazy like me and then just slack off. It tangles, you know, tangles like what? Sometimes it tangles like with curly hair. I guess as long as you moisturize the hair, then tangling shouldn't really be that big of a problem. Shedding isn't really much of a problem. Hair doesn't really shed, like it doesn't like shed like crazy. It's like normal shedding. Like you'll probably get like a strand here and there, but that's it really. What else? All right, so yeah, that's basically everything about the hair. I don't recommend trying to straighten it because I tried, I failed. It just ended up becoming like a poofy. I tried, I failed. It ended up becoming like a poofy mess. Like it wasn't even worth it. So like, you know, if you do plan on purchasing this hair and later down the road you want to try and straighten it, I don't recommend it. Just keep it in its natural state, and I'm pretty sure you'll just end up loving it anyways. There's really no point in trying to straighten it. But other than that, the hair, I definitely give it like a, I want to say a 7.5 out of 10. Do recommend you guys buying it. Just know curly hair is kind of like high maintenance, especially if you have a frontal. So be careful with that. You know, yeah, just basically be careful with that. If you know frontals are not really your thing, especially when it comes to like, you know, curly hair. Kind of, you know, like I said, be careful. But other than that, I definitely recommend this hair. Ashimary Hair is actually a company I probably plan on buying from the future again when I get the chance. So yeah, I purchased this hair with my own money, and honestly, I did not regret it. I actually like it. I'm just at that point where, you know, after a certain period of time, I kind of like changing my hair up. Like, you know, I just feel so like, you know, old right now. So I just feel like changing it up. But like I said, I like the hair. It's worth your money. Just know that it does get dry. As long as you don't slack off and you make sure, you know, you moisturize it at least every other day, or at least when you start noticing it getting to that point where it's dry, just like, you know, moisturize the crap out of it. Don't be selfish, be generous with it. Tie it up late at night, you know, braid it, tie it up at night, and then you'll basically be fine. There's been times where like there's been times where I haven't really had to moisturize it every other day. Like I moisturize it like one day, and then basically like late at night I put it into braids, and then I wait after that. After I put it into braids, I would wake up the next morning, I would unbraid it, and then like, you know, just separate like the braids, and I wouldn't need to moisturize at all, and it still looked perfectly fine. It looked fresh. It didn't look dry and anything like that. I think it was just more so on my part, mainly because I was running out of my Cantu, and I didn't want to like, you know, kind of go crazy, like, you know, waste it or be generous with the spray bottle. That's why I say be generous. Like so be generous with like your Cantu, and then you'll basically be fine. But by doing that, you can most likely you don't even have to do it every day, but like you're able to go do it, like, you know, go 2-3 days without having to kind of constantly moisturize it. But other than that, like I said, I recommend the hair. The hair is obviously of good quality. I definitely have no regrets with it, and I'm actually glad I bought it. But right now I want to change my hairstyle, so that's basically what I'm gonna do. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching my video, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I got all these wanting to be Barbie dolls, Barbie dream